Ooh, got some exciting news. We have a content update for, it's more like a developer feedback type thing for Cyber Rebellion. Guys, it's Greg. We're back and let's talk about this. What's coming and just kind of the feedback we got here is really, really good in my opinion. I feel like the developers are listening to the players and it also feels like they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. And I'm hoping that maybe this will bring some players back or just help us for, the long term, which I do think we're just struggling to keep players right now. And I don't personally understand it. I'm loving this game, but hey, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. First and foremost, we have many players have completed the first playthrough story. There's a lack of new story content. I was a little bit concerned about this first playthrough thing. I thought this was going to be one of those things where they reset us and stuff, and then we have to go back through again, which is not terrible, but anyway, the second playthrough is set to be updated this week. So it's coming this week. To enter the second playthrough, servers must be open for 22 days, and players who have cleared Covert Ops Chapter 13 can choose to enter the second playthrough. So there you go. Looks like it's weird, like because it looks like it's on the same map, or maybe we just activate something and then the next spot opens, or maybe it's going to be a different interface. I don't know. Either way, they've definitely been working on this, so it's pretty sweet to hear that it is coming. New playthrough will introduce exclusive events. Oh, I didn't even notice that my first time reading through. Exclusive events. I wonder what that's going to be. We're going to get some new modes there. A new world story chapters, which I know we were all expecting. That's going to be nice. We need to be able to farm up our characters to get past level 75. 4 SS combatants added to the recruitment pool. So here's my question. Are these new? Are these brand new? Or are they adding some of the ones that currently aren't in the pool, like the main recruitment pool? And is that how they're going to rotate characters in? I'm going to have to kind of see how that goes. I do hope they find a way to, rotate characters in, give people more opportunities to get them. But either way, four SSs added to the recruitment pool is nice. New area rebuild. That's the where you get the extra stats once you beat chapters. So I'm assuming we're going to get more stuff there because we're adding in more chapters. Then field recon, of course, we're adding another section, so why not add more field recon, more keepsakes, more stats. Love all the stats. More hollow sim challenges. I am one stage away from completing everything we have right now. I need to beat that final Eric stage. And then the keepsake startup feature. So I did mention this in one of my videos, and at this point I don't know which ones are posted and which ones not because I'm making so many. I need to get them up. But the start feature is pretty sweet. This is coming. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work for like the purple ones that we get from the field recon. Even though you can't see them in your inventory, they do actually stack up. So I'm curious if we can farm up more of the ones from the previous field recons to get additional stars on the ones we have, because a lot of them have a 3-star feature where we can get 0.4% damage or attack, whatever it is. Or actually, I think the stats vary. And anyway, that's going to be pretty daggone sweet. The gold ones can be upgraded too. I know we have some of the materials. Anyway, I can't wait to see that. Will be updated within the week, so that is coming this week. So we're ready. Now, here's a big one that I know people will talk about. Obtaining perfect skill code is too difficult and paid to win. So first thing I'm gonna say is, one, if you're gonna bring these, we need more way to be able to upgrade them. We need more opportunities to get the skill code upgrade material. Exactly what they say here. The other thing is, like, I don't think it's terrible. I kind of like the way they do it right now. I know I do. I'm a little bit of a spender, so maybe that's that little bit of bias there. I know the one from the shop is 3,000 comp cores each month. To me, that's still doable. Maybe they could lower it a little bit, but either way, it doesn't matter. The point is, they are developing exclusive PvE gameplay that provides skill code, upgrade materials, and perfect skill code as rewards. Players can enhance their strength by challenging this gameplay. In development, plan for completing soon. So these next few we're working on, basically down to here, probably coming in the next month or two, based on the way they're describing this, because we're getting this week. Then we have a concern: mid-game lacks engaging content. I don't necessarily agree with this. I don't know what they're considering mid-game. Once you beat everything, I guess mid-game is right now, because that's what happens. You finish the story to the current spot, and even though we're not technically at end game, it's end game for what's available right now. But maybe that's mid game long term. So I think part of this will be handled by them unlocking the next playthrough. A new battle gameplay is in development. Players can strategically assemble teams and manually challenge the virtual opponents who simulate the top players in your server, overcoming power gaps to achieve victory. So this sounds more like a testing mode for, instead of having to go into actual PvP battle, you can do some testing and see what you can do. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I guess it's something to give you something to do in your off time. To me, right now, there's plenty to do in a day that it kind of feels my need for a game. Then another complaint or concern: resources are scarce in the mid game, especially for free to play, who find it challenging to obtain desired modules for their teams. Yes, modules. I like modules, but they feel like they were kind of tossed in there at the end. And this is what I would be looking for. We're developing a new adventure gameplay where players can explore to accumulate resources, including advanced modules to enhance their team strength. So yeah, right now you're pretty much just spending anima chips to try to make the modules. You're farming up a little bit of blueprints, but those are, I mean, stamina is so high for that, and you get so few that you're mainly just using anima chips. Make some, dismantle them, buy some blueprints, try again, rinse, repeat. It's not the most engaging content for modules. Having an actual mode where we, farm them a little bit better, have an opportunity to get some, kind of like you get some guaranteed skill codes. We need some guaranteed, modules, some gold and purple ones. That would be very, very nice. That one is also in development, so we should see that not too long from now. Now, the rest of these are in planning. This kind of just gives you the blueprint, what they're thinking in their head, give you a little bit of idea. So club system, of course, lacks really any gameplay. They're talking about a PvE mode for club, so this is kind of like a club boss type thing, and then a GVG as well. So they're just kind of pointing out that, hey, this is what we plan to do. We plan to have some kind of mode for the club manager to assign members to challenge bosses and earn rewards. We also plan to have a GVG type mode, and where the club manager will lead the members in challenging other clubs to win rewards as well. Anyway, this is pretty cool. The only downside to this is clubs are single server right now, so I don't know if this is going to be cross server or what, but the server population is definitely a concern. I don't think they really addressed that here, but we'll see. Lack of real-time PvP. Ooh, this one's a hard one because I guess in some cases Merc Frenzy and those other ones are real-time, but I struggle to find teams sometimes. You have to be really careful bringing in real-time PvP just because of the player base. I do hope the game grows, but at the same time, you don't want really strong players facing really weak players, and trying to find that balance is hard. Now, they do say in here they want a mode where the attributes will all be the same, allowing them to freely arrange the teams and win on strategy and operation. I think that's a cool thought. I'm interested to see how they end up doing this. Definitely a good idea, but the real-time piece is still the hard one. And I don't know. We'll see how they come out with it. I mean, it's nice that they're thinking about it, and we'll just have to see what they decide to do. Now, another current concern: the game lacks voiceovers, and the immersive experience is insufficient. I don't know. This is just not me. I like to play games. I don't care too much for stories. It is what it is. Most games I don't even ever turn the sound on. So yeah, not a big deal for me, but hey, they're working on it for those who like it. I love the look, man. That's all I care about, the look, and it's amazing. Then insufficient participation feel during holiday events. Yeah, I don't know. This latest Vera event was actually really good in my opinion. And I think that it's a good sign that the Christmas event is gonna be nice, but they're just saying they are planning out the Christmas event and trying to do even more engaging stuff. So that'll be pretty sweet. Definitely the engaging piece would be nice. This one at least, had a variety of tasks to complete, get these tickets, you get these points, you're kind of strategically placing your points on the thing. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. You got enough tickets to feel like you were doing something, and yeah, I really enjoyed the event, the Vera event. Some old features and gameplay experiences are subpar or lack difficulty. In response to player feedback regarding the lack of difficulty and strategy in the speed mode of HoloSim Challenge, we will optimize it in subsequent versions. Yeah, I mean, to me, this is just kind of like a little bonus thing. Yeah, it's a lack of difficulty, but it's still something you have to think through. Like the latest one, there was the mechanic of resist, and even people on the original like EST1 server weren't quite getting how to, you know, optimize the points. And so I don't know, I don't think this is a terrible thing. I like the speed mode thing, but definitely change it up, do some other stuff, like maybe base it on combatants or something. I don't know what you can do there, because you also have to take into account that not all players have similar combatants. So yeah, I don't know, but they are thinking about it, so that's good. In response to player feedback regarding special training issues such as excessive options, less challenging for well-developed teams, insufficient strategy, will also be part of optimization in the future. I get the complaints about special training. I still haven't recorded my special training video yet, but yeah, it pretty much is. It's pretty. How do we even say it? It's not great. But to me, I feel like all games need those modes that are a little more brain dead, so to speak. Just like the Ghost Tide. Ghost Tide feels kind of pointless. I mean, I hope they add some more stages, but you still want that some kind of resource generation where the player feels like they're doing something. To me, I play Eternal Evolution as well, and there I liken the Ghost Tide kind of to the Wasteland. Something you go in and we do a one click. You know, I think eventually people will want one click for that. But that's kind of what I akin it to. Like, so it's kind of like, hey, go in, we're gonna beat this mode, get some resources. Everyone loves resources, so you know you need some stuff like that. You don't want to have to make everything be work. I'll even point out another game, Watcher of Realms, which I love that game, but it got to be way too time consuming to try to keep optimizing each week for like the Void Rift or whatever it was called, where the mode that was open weekly, like some of the stuff had auto battle, but not much of it. Like you really had to redo battles each week, and it was just annoying. It was so annoying, especially if you work so hard to beat it the first time, and then you got to go in and beat it, you know, spend a bunch of time beating it again. Now, of course, if you have a maxed out team, it's different, but there is strategy there, at least at some point. Same thing with special training. Special training, even to me, still now, I have to keep tweaking, you know, the buffs that I'm applying, because I can't beat it all the way through on full buffs. Now, as soon as my team gets a little bit stronger, then of course it's going to be fine, but maybe there's just some kind of scaling in there or something to make it a little more difficult. Anyway, this has been their post, man. I know that, this is a long video, but man, this to me was just great to see this. Great to see this feedback from the developer. Gives me some high hopes. I don't know, you know, too much about this developer and their history, but right now I am very hopeful that we have a lot of good things coming. I hope that we can build the player base and go there, because the game is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And it's funny, some of the little small things, just the fact that I can get on it on my emulator, I can get on my phone, wherever, and little stuff like that. It's hitting all those right notes, and they just need to tweak out a few things, and they're focused on that. This shows that they're really serious about the game. I think that's absolutely wonderful. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next video.